LMC-TV brings you Mamaroneck Tigers basketball. Playoff time here at Palmer Avenue Gym with Charlie McGraw. This is Steve Anastas. Charlie, we've got a lot of momentum coming from the Mamaroneck Tigers. They're coming off 3 straight victories. Miles Houghton leading the attack with over 15 points a game. Other than that, it's a very balanced scoring attack and their defensive intensity. From the Ramapo side of things, how do you see this game playing out?
Well, Ramapo's going to have their hands full. They lost 64-51 6 days ago in this very same gym. They hung with Mamaroneck throughout, but Mamaroneck put them away. Houghton had 18 in that. Look for Miles Houghton to have another big game, and Ramapo's going to have to do without one of their key players who's in Jamaica for his grandmother's funeral.
Daniel Hay, who was averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, is going to be missing from the lineup. They do have 2 remaining leading scorers, both averaging 17 points a game. So obviously Coach Carver is going to be looking to shut down that scoring effort from those 2 players and use that balanced defense to try and stop the Ramapo attack. From Mamaroneck Avenue High School, we'll be back in just a moment with the starting lineup.
At guard, the senior, number 0, Cameron Haywood. At guard, the junior, number 4, Divine Cesar. At forward, the senior, number 5, Wendell Lloyd. At forward, the senior, number 15, Maxwell Malone. And at center, the senior, number 35, Medu Agu. The Griffins are coached by head coach Austin Booker and now, the starting lineup for our own Mamaroneck Tigers. At guard, junior, number 3, Miles Houghton. At guard, a senior, number 5, Jack Liddell. At center, a senior, number 12, Will Giddens. At forward, the senior, number 11, he's a co-captain, Alex Parkinson. And at guard, he's a senior, number 15, a co-captain, DeLucia. Your Tigers are coached by head coach Tyrone Carver Jr. and assistant coaches Trevor Kinney and Robert Cruz.
We're here at tip-off. Alex Parkinson doesn't get a hand on the tip. It's controlled by Medu Agu, and Ramapo takes control of the ball. Ball moves around the top of the key. Cameron Haywood gets it to Divine Caesar. Back and forth they go around the top of the zone. Baseline jumper is offline, short. Parkinson grabs a rebound. Parkinson leading the team in rebounding with over 8 rebounds a game. Gets it to Miles Houghton, and the ball is in the front court for the Tigers.
Interesting enough, Wendell Floyd leads Ramapo in rebounding, and he's only 5'9", but a lot of muscle there.
DeLucia goes glass for the first points of the game. Splashes it in off the bank for 3. It's 3-0 Tigers to start the game off. Cameron Haywood is offline with the jumper. Rebound to the Tigers. They get the ball into. Beautiful pass DeLucia to Will Gidden, who catches it in stride and lays it in for 2, 5-0 Tigers.
DeLucia has 3 points on the three-pointer, a rebound and an assist already. 1 minute, 15 seconds in.
Again, Ramapo looking to move the ball around. They get the ball inside to Wendell Floyd, who takes the quick jumper. A little strong with that one. Rebound again to the Tigers, and they bring it into the offensive zone. Jack Budill gets his hands on the ball for the first time, and DeLucia will start it up from the top. Gidden gets a pick going for Budill. Three-pointer on the way for DeLucia is just a little off target. Ramapo gets the rebound and brings it the other way. Maxwell Malone gets the ball inside to Agu. Cannot get the bank shot to fall. Another nice pass in step for Gidden, but he's unable to convert that time. And Divine Caesar lays it in on the other side. 2 points for Ramapo.
Good transition there on the rebound and the pass to Caesar. First 2 points for Ramapo. 5-2, 5:40 to go in the first. Hawden gets the ball here. Hasn't found the scoreboard yet.
Nice pass from Budill that time into Alex Parkinson on the right block. He goes up for the bank shot and he's fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2.
First foul against Wendell Floyd, team's first. Actually, excuse me, it was against Mazu Agu. I thought he said 5, but it was on 35. Agu, his first, team's first. As Yiser is here.
Parkinson drains his first free throw. He struggled from the line this season, shooting a little bit under 50%. And he is 1 for 2 today. Haywood brings the ball across the timeline. Ramapo looks to set up their offense. Once again, swinging the ball around the outside of that vicious zone defense that Mamaroneck has been successful with. That shot is short, and Hawden, does not sense the defender from behind and gets his pocket picked.
Great play there by Ramapo to turn it over.
Agu is swarmed inside. Caesar gets the ball out to Haywood, who's long with the three-pointer, but Agu is able to corral the rebound and put in the garbage bucket for 2, cutting the score to 6-4 Tigers.
Great job by Agu to get the rebound. He already has a quick foul, but he was able to cleanly get it and put it in for his first 2 points.
Baseline jumper on the way from Houghton, just a little bit offline there. Haywood gets the rebound, brings it the other way, passes to Malone. Shot up from Wendell Floyd is no good. Ball deflected out of bounds, goes to Ramapo.
Went off Dean DeLucia, the 5'9" guard, tried to rebound it, but it went just off his fingertips. That was Miles Hawden, leading scorer for Mamaroneck. That was Hawden's first shot of the game that he missed on the last possession there.
Nice play inside to Wendell Floyd. The hesitation dribble and gets it up on the glass and in, and the score is tied with 4:06 remaining in the first quarter. DeLucia looks to penetrate in the lane, but the ball is taken away. Foul and the shot for Divine Caesar. He'll go to the line for the three-point play. Jack Budill tried to defend, did not want to give up that basket, but he ended up with the foul.
We'll see if Coach Tyrone Carver Jr. wants to take his timeout, but he does not yet.
Free throw is good, so Ramapo takes a 9-6 lead on the conventional three-point play. Another turnover by Hawden. Parkinson able to get back and stop the fast break.
Miles Hawden looks a little nervous in his first playoff game at the varsity level. Leading scorer all season, already has 2 quick turnovers.
DeLucia unable to get that rebound, but Hawden fights for it. The hustle play works, penetrates into the lane, foul. He will go to the line for 2.
Looked like he got hit before he took it to the glass. Wasn't called, but then he went anyway and was the foul was called there, and we'll have an early sub here for the Tigers. Is Arula coming in. And Hawden will take his first free throw and make it.
The leading free throw shooter here for the Tigers. That really impressive, Steve.
78.7, that's real good.
You know, anytime in high school basketball you're shooting over 70%, that is definitely, as you said, very impressive. He is nearly 80%. And he sinks both of those to cut the deficit to 1 against the Griffins.
He has such a pure stroke, does Hawden.
Definitely. Haywood works the ball from the top. Nice steal there from Parkinson. DeLucia looks to go all the way to the lane, lays it up off the glass, and it rattles in for 2. Impressive fast break layup from Dean DeLucia.
As Mamaroneck retakes the lead, 10-9, 3 minutes to go here in the first high-scoring affair here in the AA playoffs first round.
Divine Caesar is controlling the action from the top of the key. Gets the ball to Haywood. A traveling violation against Cameron Haywood. That's yet another turnover. I think a little bit of nerves on both sides, Charlie, to start the action here in the first quarter.
Definitely both sides, but that was great defense there. The zone that you were talking about to pressure Ramapo into that turnover. They got nervous with it and turned it over. And nearly on his first touch, Arula turns it right back over. He showed some nerves there.
Alec Arula has been a real spark off the bench for the Tigers all season long. He's averaging nearly 7 points a game, which is impressive for a bench player in Section 1 basketball. Nice passing there for the Griffins, and the elbow jumper from Maxwell Malone is good, so they retake the lead. It's a back and forth affair here to start. Hawden is trapped in the corner and turns it over. And there, Divine Caesar breaks out ahead of the pack. Again, I think one of the strategies for the Griffins is going to be to try and fast break against this team. It is an advantage to having just played them last week. Parkinson with a nice power dribble inside, and he is fouled and will go back to the line for 2. As I was saying, a strategy that they'll try to employ, having played them just the other day, despite the fact that they lost, they were able to see that defense up close and personal. So obviously one of their strategies is going to be to try and get out and run and get into the offensive zone before Mamaroneck is able to get set in their defensive zone. Checking into the game for the Griffins is number 22, Tevin Williams. Parkinson misses the first free throw. Here comes the second. So Parkinson 2 for 4 from the line, true to a season's average. And the lead is 2 for Ramapo.
We'll see if Mamaroneck can cause another turnover here with their good half-court defense.
Haywood and Caesar working the ball back and forth. They get the ball inside, an extra pass. Oh, and a foul called on Budil.
Crowd does not like that.
I tell you, that is a foul that Carver will take because they definitely do not want to give up points in the lane to this team.
He's got Budil
Quickly has 2 fouls.
Right, so that is the downside of that foul in the lane. I'm sure he was satisfied with the defense that Budil played, but now Max Kaufman in for Jack Budil.
And they get a turnover right there.
Yep, another turnover for the Griffins. Mamaroneck quickly gets the ball into the front court. Arula with a nice stutter step into the lane, and the lefty finger roll is good. 2 points for Alec Arula.
Great pass there by Hawden.
Ball moves around for Ramapo, and a nice lay-in from Tevin Williams, who, as I said, just checked into the game. So his first points get on the board. Ball deflected out by Wendell Floyd, so it will remain Tiger ball.
Ramapo has had 5 different scorers in this game, as has the Tigers.
So they're spreading the wealth here.
Arula gets the ball to Parkinson, goes strong, and the foul. Parkinson with the beautiful power dribble off the bounce pass from Arula, gets fouled, and the basket. He'll go to the line for the three-point play.
Parkinson's first field goal of the game.
As Emerson Genovese, star on the football field, will come in for
DeLucia, who had 5 points on a bank three and a wild layup.
So as you mentioned, the Ramapo team is spreading the wealth around in the offensive scoring. That's not exactly what we expected to see from them. As Parkinson misses the rebound, but Miles Houghton taps out the loose ball, and Tigers retain possession.
Yeah, they had their three-star players, one who's in Jamaica, that is Daniel Hay at his grandmother's funeral, but the other ones, we thought Wendell Floyd and Caesar would be having most of the points.
Beautiful lay-in from Alec Arula off the loose ball action. He penetrates immediately, goes to the glass, and lays it in with the righty finger roll, showing some ambidextrousness there with his 2 first baskets of the game. So with 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Mamaroneck has taken the lead 17-15.
As Arula, it took him a while to get used to it, but he was doing better. And Ramapo, good job. They didn't let the crowd fool him there.
Pro three-pointer from Wendell Floyd. Had to be from 25 feet away as the clock expires to end the first quarter, and Ramapo retakes the lead in a back-and-forth first quarter. Ramapo leads Mamaroneck 18-17. We'll be back in just a moment.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Steve Anastas. I'm Tyrone McGraw. Steve, a great first quarter, 18-17, very high scoring.
Definitely the kind of scoring output that the Tigers wanted. I think Ramapo was a little more effective offensively than Mamaroneck would have liked, but it ended up working out that the Ramapo 2 leading scorers, both each getting 6 points, so it's working out that the trend is getting to...
That was a 3 there by Arula, and he stays hot, 7 points. And Arula is 44.4% from 3, easily the leading three-point shooter for Mamaroneck as they go ahead 20-18, and Ramapo looked to answer here, but Ramapo fell behind 6-0 to start the game, and then Mamaroneck, and then they caught up with Mamaroneck, and that's a 3, nearly getting fouled. Answering is Cameron Hayward with his first bucket of the game. It's a 3, and it's 21-20. Really a lot of scoring here.
Definitely back and forth action. The lead changing hands throughout the game. But Arula's explosiveness with the scoring punch off the bench is exactly what Coach Carver was looking for when he inserted him.
And 6 days ago, final game of the regular season, Mamaroneck beat Ramapo here 64-51, and the reason they are hosting this playoff game as the 8th seed and the 9, that was to get home court advantage. Whoever won that game got this game at their home court, and Mamaroneck did so. 64-51. We're on pace to go past that total today.
Definitely. We'll see if that home court advantage plays out. We definitely have a very energetic crowd here at the Palmer Avenue Gym.
And that one will be brought in. Floyd has it underneath and blocked by Parkinson, and he grabs it underneath his second block of the game. They'll push. Houghton will go inside, and he will be fouled to the floor. No call, though, and Ramapo will bring it up. And that one will be good by Ramapo. Divine Caesar, he's got 8, and interesting call, no foul there.
It was an impressive block by the Ramapo Griffin player. He definitely got a lot of leather on that play. The action and the collision, you would have thought they would have called a foul on the body. You know, as I was saying, we'll see if the home court advantage works out. Oh, Parkinson with a nice move inside.
As Alec Arula with the assist, Parkinson finished it. He's got 6.
So as I was saying, the home court advantage definitely not playing in their favor with when they did not get that foul call. The action moving the other way, and the Griffins able to capitalize.
But Miles Houghton, as this one is turned over, but it stays with Ramapo. Miles Houghton had 18 points last time they played 6 days ago. Now he only has 2. He's turned it over 3 times, and he just was victim of a
huge block as well, so they definitely learned their lesson with Hawden so far.
As impressive and surprising as the lack of nerves or the ability for Alec Arula to get through his nerves so quickly in the first quarter, it is Alex Parkinson's veteran leadership that has really anchored the Mamaroneck attack so far today on the defensive and offensive end.
As Arula first play, he turned it over and then he got quick points as that one is good by biggest guy on the floor, 6'6" Mizzou Agwu, and Agwu had that block on.
I believe that was his block. I couldn't tell who got the action there.
They've like double teamed Hawden. This one single teamed, and he'll just get in front of the rim, rebounded by Mamaroneck. But it was a foul against Parkinson as he swatted at Agwu. It'll be Parkinson's.
Tough loose ball foul from Parkinson there. He was just trying to play with the same energy and aggressiveness that he had before.
First team's fourth.
You can see Houghton looking off into the distance. He definitely is trying to collect his composure and get back into the action here. You know that drive baseline that got blocked, he was looking to get on the board and really get going.
Interesting to note, neither coach has used any one of their 6 total timeouts for the game, because of the pace has been so quick and in both teams' favor here. And that'll be a 3. That'll be off the mark. Good defense by Hawden as that was missed by Caesar, and Mamaroneck looking to push as that's the call from Coach Carver. And DeLucia with the underneath layup missed, and Agwu will rip it away from Giddon, and Giddon will be charged with his first. So
Tough loose
Parkinson.
ball foul for Will Giddon there. He got his hands on the ball on the offensive rebound on the miss by DeLucia, but was unable to convert the putback, and then trying to get his hands on the ball again, just sort of got caught up in the arms of Agwu.
So 4:27 to go here in the first half. AA playoffs, 25-22. Ramapo over Mamaroneck, the 9 seed Griffins versus the 8 seed Tigers here at Palmer Gym. Winner will play the winner of number 16 Carmel and number 1 Arlington in the quarterfinals. As that one is a wild shot by the big man Agwu, but he now has 6 as well. So 6 points for Mizzou Agwu and 6 for Wendell Floyd and 8 for Divine Caesar. They're 3-headed attack, and it looks like Agwu will take over for Hay, who's not here and was their 3rd leading scorer.
I gotta say, that was an impressive double clutch. Oh, and an even more impressive shot from Dean DeLucia.
DeLucia has made some wild shots as him and Arula both have 7. And for Mamaroneck, and it's 27-24. Need a defensive stop here to the Tigers. Caesar, leading scorer, will kick it to Haywood. Haywood will have it, and another NBA 3 by Haywood will be missed, and a foul against Agwu, and he does not agree.
I think that foul was actually on Maxwell Malone. That's why Agwu was so confused. It was an over-the-back call as Giddon was going for the rebound there. It's about time that the Tigers got a call like that after so many of those loose ball fouls going against the Tigers.
5th foul on Ramapo. Mamaroneck has 4, and Agwu is their coach Austin Goldberg is got to be happy that wasn't on Agwu, because his big man to get his 2nd foul.
Right, he might have to
Instead,
come out
it's just the first on Malone.
Oh, lucky carom for the Tigers, but Hawden's shot is blocked once again, and he just looks baffled as to what's not working for him. He was very effective offensively in the last matchup against Ramapo. They're obviously keying their defense on him here.
18 points he had in that game, and Hawden is a player who he had 26 in a game earlier this season, averaging 15.5, closing in on the 300 mark for the season with 279 this year. First year on varsity, was on JV as a sophomore, and
that foul was on Wendell Floyd there with the push. Arula drives in the lane, unable to convert there though.
Floyd's first, the team's 6th. No foul was called there. Coach Carver doesn't like that. And they'll run a play, will the Griffins. Cameron Haywood, as 2:45 to go here in the first half, and that one will be a miss. Battle underneath. Something has to be called, and finally it is foul against the Griffins. Cameron Haywood, his first
Interesting that Agru basically collapsed on top of Alec Arula, and there was no foul called there, but then the touch foul on Haywood sends Dean DeLucia to the line because the Tigers are now in the bonus.
Yep, that's the Griffins' 7th.
So we'll see if Dean DeLucia can try and cut into this deficit a little bit.
As he'll make it. But the Griffins actually have 5 guys with 1 foul, and then
1 foul or more?
Yeah, just with 1 foul, and then one guy has 2.
Oh, there you go, I see.
So they're spreading them out, as where Budil quickly got 2 from Mamaroneck. 2 for 2 for DeLucia. He's got 9 now to lead all scorers, as one better than Divine Caesar from Ramapo, who's got 8. 2:30 to go, 27-26. First 2 minutes of the game, it looked like Mamaroneck was in cruise control, 6-0, but they were dominating, and then Ramapo quickly came back, and then from there it's been pretty even, Steve.
Miles Houghton goes in and gets a nice rebound there. Let's see if that can spark something for him.
A nice move behind the back to get by the 2 defenders. DeLucia says anything Miles Houghton can do, he can do better, as he goes behind the back as well, and he'll lay it in. And DeLucia breaking out with 11 points.
Well said, Mr. McGraw. That was a beautiful lay-in from Dean DeLucia.
And a great move just to get there. As DeLucia picking up the load offensively, with Houghton only has 2 in the defense with the pressure here. 1:40 to go, 28-27. Out of bounds off of DeLucia. Be interesting to see if either coach will use a timeout in the first half. Neither has yet.
Well, one thing I've noticed, Charlie, is that Alex Parkinson, first of all, has not come off the floor in the entire first half.
Neither has Houghton.
And neither has Houghton.
As that one will be made, and you can count it for Tevin Williams off the bench, Steve's guy who he said you got to look for. And off the bench, he's got the quick 4, looking to make it 5 if he can make this N1 here. Second foul on Parkinson, not
so
good.
You know Coach Goldberg was going to be looking for someone to step into Daniel Hayes' shoes, and it looks to be Tevin Williams, the 6-foot guard, junior guard for Ramapo.
In and out, missed. Houghton rebounds, and Emerson Genovese won't check in because for Parkinson, and Houghton will go to the line, no basket on the floor.
Another very gorgeous athletic move from Houghton, but he was fouled out beyond the 3-point line, and even in the NBA, you're not going to get that continuation.
But Parkinson has 2, and Budil has 2 fouls now, 6 on the team, but your 2 starting big men. As picking up his second was Divine Caesar for Ramapo, team's 8th. See that pretty stroke from Houghton here, as his points have only come from the free throw line. No field goals yet. Ooh, in and out. No good for Houghton. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Rebounded there by the Griffins, Wendell Floyd, and they'll push. Griffins have done great in transition, as Tevin Williams has another 2, and he's got 6. Timeout, Coach Carver, first of the game for either team. We'll step aside and be right back. 31-28, Ramapo here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Mamaroneck will bring it up following the first timeout of the game for either team. First, as Mamaroneck took the timeout, and it'll be brought here by Genovese, who checked in for Parkinson. In and out, and tip back in.
The ball was tapped in by Wendell Floyd of Ramapo.
But Gideon was next to him, so Gideon gets credit.
Definitely. They'll take those 2.
4. So Gideon was in on it. Houghton with the interception. He'll feed DeLucia, and DeLucia will get fouled. Houghton looking to dunk it in, but it didn't matter. It was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2, looking to add to his 11. And it's not falling for Miles Houghton from the field, but he's had a couple assists and some good passes.
You know, when you're an active, quick player like Houghton, you can make your impact felt in other areas, even when the scoring is not going. And I've got to say, the Tigers are definitely picking up the slack for Miles Houghton on the scoring end.
As it was there were 2 shots. Ramapo thought it was just 1-and-1, but he was fouled in the act.
that seemed to be a designed defensive play, having Houghton and DeLucia come out to half court to meet the point guard, get him to give the ball up, and then he would naturally look to get the ball back, but they recovered in time and stole the ball away, and that's what led to that fast break attempt.
A good trap defense play. Is off was DeLucia on both of them, as he even said it was off. But they didn't want their big men to pick up a foul, so all they had was Houghton rebounding and DeLucia at the line. 6 seconds difference, 29 on the game, 23 on the shot, and Ramapo will hold for a shot where they'll get it inside 10 seconds on the game, and near walk there with the ball was Haywood, but he held his plant, and they'll go now. Malone passes to Caesar, misses, rebounded there by Arula. Arula will push, he'll find Houghton, Houghton will go for it, he'll get a layup, easy, and he'll beat the buzzer. And 2 seconds left, and the last second prayer is online, but missed by Haywood. Ismail Houghton, first field goal of the first half, will come with 2 seconds left. He'll only have 4, but he'll give Mamaroneck the lead going into the locker room, 32-31, and we'll step aside and be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 32-31 Mamaroneck. I'm Charlie McGraw alongside Steve Anastas. And Steve, good first half in a lot of different ways.
The Mamaroneck offense was not what you would have expected with Miles Houghton struggling, but a lot of his teammates were able to pick up the slack, as we were talking about in the first half. Alex Parkinson with what would have to be called an offensive outburst for him. He's not a big offensive scorer for the team. But the balanced attack from Ramapo is definitely a bit of a surprise, scoring from all different directions. The back and forth affair is definitely, the up-tempo nature is probably more in the favor of Ramapo. As Mamaroneck had a 4-point lead at halftime of the last meeting of these teams last Friday.
And Mamaroneck exactly halfway, as that one is missed by the Griffins, Haywood. And exactly halfway to what they scored is in the first half of this one. Great move by Houghton to get fouled over the line. They scored 32 points, and the final score was 64-51. So in this one, they're halfway to that 64 total.
That same total, right. So, what I definitely love to see is that Miles Houghton is staying aggressive. You know that Coach Carver talked him up at halftime, said, just stick with your game, continue to do what you do, and here he is at the free throw line for 2 shots.
And that one will be good. Houghton now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Made his first 2, and then 1 and 1 he just missed. And the second one coming here, he now has 5 points, does Houghton. Because in the last time they played, he had the majority of his points in the second half, as Alex Parkinson had 10 in the second half of that game. And that one, so Houghton now has 6. Mamaroneck now leads 34-31, 7:23 to go here in the third, and a full court press here. A new trap defense we're seeing a little from Mamaroneck.
And an interesting development here as Cameron Haywood comes out of the game for Daniel Alex, seeing his first action. Oh, and Parkinson misreads what DeLucia was doing there and throws the ball into the Mamaroneck student section. So Ramapo will retain possession of the ball. Daniel Alex in the game seeing his first action because obviously Haywood picks up another foul on that Houghton free throw.
And he also did, actually that foul was against Malone.
Oh, was it? Okay,
yeah.
So I wonder why Haywood came out of the game at that early juncture of the second half.
Caesar missed that shot, but as soon as Alex came in the game, he took a 3 and missed it. And that one will go off of Houghton, but it was deflected by Agu, and they'll have it back. 28 on the shot, 6:44 in the game.
Looks like Coach Carver had that full press employed before he saw Haywood come out of the game. But Haywood is their main ball handler.
Haywood, a senior. And Houghton with a 3 off the front iron. I'm outside today. Houghton struggling. That one, nice pass there, but Parkinson misses it, as that was Budell who gave it to him. So he's back in.
Beautiful takeaway from Dean DeLucia, ties up Divine Caesar. Caesar with a nice sort of skip step and DeLucia just went right in there and took it away like a handoff in football.
And a jump ball, and it will go to Mamaroneck. Second time, Devanir Brown came into the game earlier for only like 30 seconds to get Divine Caesar blow, and Caesar came right back. And then for a minute, Haywood came out, and Daniel Alex, who Steve mentioned, was in, and now Alex is back out and Haywood back in as this one is saved by Bedell with a carry but no call into Parkinson. He'll kick in a small window to DeLucia. Crazy shot, hits the front of the iron. It looked like it got a piece, but now they reset and a foul.
It is that kind of hustle and intensity that Coach Carver loves out of his Tigers, and that is the third foul.
Maxwell. Malone.
Foul on Maxwell.
Malone.
On Maxwell Malone, right, thank you.
Team
Charlie.
second, and we'll see assistant coach John Boykin went to the bench to get a player to look like, and this player will come in, and that will be tough to read those numbers, but I think it's Tevin. Yeah,
Tevin Williams,
who was great off the bench, and who you were impressed with. He's got 6 points off the bench.
Well, he definitely added that spark that the Griffins needed for off the bench to stay with the Tigers in the first half.
And he's got 4 more points than Malone's. That one was made by Giddens. Giddens got 6.
Another nice pass into the post to Giddens. He immediately goes up with a shot and converts.
And Mamaroneck has an early 4-0 lead in the second half only. 2.5 gone by though, and they haven't let Ramapo score, but that happened to start the game as well. So we'll see what Ramapo can do.
You have to figure that Miles Houghton is going to get going offensively. So this is exactly where the Tigers want to be. Up 5 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Houghton still really hasn't gotten anything going. They aren't able to get his hands on the ball and tip the ball out of bounds with only 2 seconds left on the 35-second shot clock.
If you're Coach Goldberg here, Austin Goldberg, if I'm him, I'll use my timeout here to draw a quick play up. You have a lot of them left. Instead, they don't need it as they throw a quick pass, and this team is great beating the buzzer.
Floyd with another 3. He hit that pro 3 to end the first half. Oh, and the ball turned over, tried to get it into getting there. Another impressive 3 from Wendell Floyd for Ramapo.
Who's 5'9", but he's very strong, big arms.
Definitely.
Got to be about 220, 230 as he'll get the ball, and an interesting step, and that one will go in the corner, and he'll drain the 3. Timeout, Coach Tyrone Carver Jr. That 3 was made by Haywood. Haywood has just made 2 threes, and 37-36 Ramapo, so 2 quick 3s by Ramapo. We'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 4:38 to go, and Mamaroneck will have it in the inbound. Divine Caesar will pressure the inbound man, and he'll let DeLucia think about it while bringing it up, as we'll see Mamaroneck's best player off the bench, Alec Arula, about to check in. He had 7 off the bench, and he'll give them a spark they need.
Definitely want to see some more scoring.
As DeLucia's 3 in and out, can't go home. Rebounded by the big center, Agu. Agu's been great on the boards.
I was going to say you want to see some more scoring from the starters of the Tigers, but it'll be a refreshing sight to see Alec Arula in the game. Another beautiful rebound from Parkinson, stripped out of his hands and laid in by Ramapo.
Tevin Williams has 8.
That was not what you wanted to see happen there. Parkinson made a really nice rebound there, and he got double teamed as he rebounded the ball. I think they thought they were just going to slough off there and go back to the defensive end.
That one is missed and rebounded. Nothing but air from DeLucia. 39-36. Mamaroneck only has 4 points in this quarter. 4.5 minutes gone by in the third, and Ramapo's got 8 in the quarter. Low scoring pace. First quarter, Ramapo won 18-17. Mamaroneck 15-13 in the second. And that one is missed by the big man, Agu, and then the tip-in missed by Williams, brought up by DeLucia. They're not slowing it down as Mamaroneck, and DeLucia loses it. And a step out of bounds is the call. Arula and Coach Carver not happy. Arula will check in for Parkinson. Parkinson will sit down. He's got 2 fouls, 6 points, all in the first half.
The offensive production has been so erratic for Mamaroneck. It's these ups and downs. Not good on the heart of the fans of the Tigers, and definitely not good for their offensive output.
And that one will be thought about, but kicked by Wendell Floyd, intercepted nearly, and it'll stay with Ramapo. 20 seconds on the shot, 2:57 on the game, as Carver yelling for full court man-to-man, and they'll have to give it to the big man, Agu, as he'll take it up right inside, outside the 3.
Haywood stepped on the line there, so that'll go back to the Tigers. So matching turnovers for the Tigers and the Griffins.
I think if you're Mamaroneck, you gotta maybe slow it down a little bit because the high tempo isn't working for you.
Right.
Maybe get like a play where you get a shot for an easy layup for DeLucia
Or Houghton.
right, or even Arukla. And that one stolen away by Ramapo. Another turnover. Giddin this time was caught with it, and that'll be
You
2
can
shots.
choose from a wide variety of Tigers players on that foul. They all seem to get a hand in there.
It'll go against
I think that was on
Budell, his 3rd.
No, I think that was on Houghton.
They gave it to
They gave it to
Budell.
They gave it to
Houghton has no
okay.
fouls. Budell. As Mamaroneck's fans trying to distract him at the line, but counting down. That one will be missed by Divine Caesar. He's got 8 points all in the first half.
The Mamaroneck student section employing their methods of distraction on the free throw attempts.
As to the right of us, they're all standing. And that one will be front iron and good. On the lean back free throw there by Caesar. He's got 9 to tie team high Wendell Floyd. So Floyd's got 9, Caesar's got 9, Haywood's got 6, Williams has 8, and Agu's got 6. So a lot of guys contributing. It's 5 guys with 6 or more for the Ramapo Griffins, and that one will be a foul against Ramapo.
Kevin Williams with the foul. It's sort of amusing there. He looked to get the jump ball call, even though he had his hands wrapped around Parkinson like a bear.
And his second, as Parkinson was only came out for 30 seconds after the quick foul by Budell. So he was replaced at first, and Houghton can't buy a basket. In and out.
Nice box out from McGraw there on Parkinson to prevent him from getting yet another offensive rebound.
Houghton just has 1 field goal, the layup with 2 seconds left to end the first half, and he's got 4 free throws. Besides that, he has missed about 7 or 8 shots, unlike him. This one is off. Rebounded there by Budell, and Budell will bring it up. And he's got a man, but he makes a great move to go with the left, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Gorgeous up and under double clutch layup attempt from Budell, but he's unable to get it to fall.
And Budell will look for his first points of the game. 4th foul, which is good. Can get in the bonus with 3 more against Ramapo. And nice stroke there by the forward, Budell. And it'll be 3rd foul against Agu, and he'll come out for the rest of the quarter probably.
Yep.
So he has 3, so that's good.
Maxwell Malone coming in for Agu.
Malone, who also has 3. As Budell, 2 big free throws, and that'll make it a 2-point game. And first 2 points for Budell, and he'll continue to play with the 3.
Oh, nice block from Alex Parkinson. I think that's his 4th block of the game.
So that one was lost, but then picked up by Budell, and Arula has it. Arula will slow it down for Houghton. 20 on the shot, 1:07 on the game. Houghton picks up his dribble, passes to Budell. 14 seconds now. And it'll be Houghton with 8 on the shot clock. Pass to DeLucia, back to Houghton. Inside to Parkinson, and he'll lay it in. Great job to take all but
2 seconds on the shot clock as 33 of the 35 are used. On a beautiful pass. He's not doing it with the shot, so he's got it with the assist, and that are coming, Steve.
I got to tell you, it's not surprising that Coach Carver is relying so heavily on the senior leadership of Alex Parkinson. Not only does he have the senior leadership, but he has the size to match up with the size of Ramapo inside, and that is really what has kept the game close for Mamaroneck here.
And Parkinson, a star wide receiver, played 2 playoff games in football, beating Scarsdale and losing a nail-biter in the other. As that one is inbounded, that basket was made with 12 seconds left. Hawden's got it. We'll see. He will take the 3, and that one will go off the front iron and no good. Rebounded by the Griffins, and the last-second shot no good. It was off the shot clock. And so the last basket Ramapo scored with 12 seconds left, gives them a 42-40 lead. And tell you one thing, in this first round, 9 and 8 are supposed to be close, and this one definitely is. 42-40 Ramapo. We'll be back for the 4th here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Back here with in the 4th quarter with Charlie McGraw. This is Steve Anastas. Ramapo has possession of the ball. Haywood has it at the top. Sends Caesar to the left wing. Caesar tries to drive baseline. Mamaroneck employing some very aggressive defense here. Oh, looked like he put his second hand on that ball. Coach Carver's looking for the double dribble, not getting the call. Looks like the refs weren't looking for it there. Nice hustle from Jack Udall. Gets his hands on the ball, and it's a jump ball. Possession arrow, Mamaroneck.
So the play that looked like a double dribble, 10 seconds later they get the jump ball anyway. But I don't think the officials saw it, but everyone on Mamaroneck saw it, and so did Coach Carver on the other side of the floor. But we'll see DeLucia bring it up here. DeLucia had no points in the 3rd quarter after scoring 11 in the first half, but Mamaroneck only scored 8 points in the 3rd quarter. So Parkinson has a
2-point game here, 42-40. Hawden has the ball at the top of the key, looking to start the offense. Arula gets it into Parkinson. Little strong on the shot there, unable to get his own rebound, and Ramapo will bring it into the offensive end.
In and out on that lefty hook by Parkinson. That looked like a designed play, and Ramapo, good ball movement, maybe a travel, but no, nothing called.
Haywood leaves it off for Caesar, who gives a quick dribble left and then drains the jumper to take a 4-point lead. Mamaroneck very quickly gets it in the offensive side, and a foul on Wendell Floyd.
Divine Caesar now has a game-high 13 points. As he scored with 12 seconds left to end the 3rd quarter. That foul was against Wendell Floyd, his 2nd, team's 5th.
The Griffins have 5 team fouls, as you said, Charlie, while Mamaroneck only has 1. Arula with a wild shot in the lane, unable to convert. Parkinson wasn't close to the rebound there, so the Griffins have the ball on offense. Oh, nice play by Arula, but he obviously got a bit of flesh there of Wendell Floyd, so that's a foul on Arula.
His first, team's 2nd. Mamaroneck needs a defensive stop here, and every time you foul, obviously the shot clock resets to 35. But you need a score on your next possession of the ball.
Yeah, Mamaroneck definitely needs to get the scoring action going again. Oh, that looked to be a bit of a moving pick. Sends the ball wildly to half court, but they're able to bring it in. Haywood backs DeLucia off. He goes into the lane. Seemed to move his pivot foot there, but no call. And Wendell Floyd able to get the rebound and the putback. Carver calls timeout. Carver is letting his team hear it, specifically Miles Hawden. He's obviously looking for more energy there on the defensive end. We'll be right back at LMC Varsity Sports. We're back with 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. 46-40, Griffins over the Tigers. The small Griffins visitors portion stands trying to encourage some defense out of their team on the floor.
Seems like that rim is not as friendly as the other one. A lot of in and outs on this one, and a charge.
Smart play from Alec Arula. He saw Wendell Floyd barreling down the lane. Even though he had given the ball up, there was no stopping that train as it was coming through, and Arula went right to the ground.
And that's the 16th foul on the Griffins. One more, if it's not offensive, will be 1-1.
Exactly the kind of strategy we were talking about, that those fouls were going to play into a major factor here in the fourth quarter. We'll see if that comes true. Parkinson with the ball, swings it around to DeLucia. DeLucia looks to penetrate, has the jumper, nothing but the bottom of the net. 2 points for DeLucia, his first 2 points of the second half, cuts it to a 4-point lead for the Griffins.
And Captain Dean now has 13 to tie game-high Divine Caesar. And a good defensive trap there by the Tigers. And a walk. There it's called. There we go, Steve.
We saw a couple of traveling violations on Ramapo over the past few possessions, not getting called. One of them, they had to sacrifice the possession arrow to tie up the ball. Jack Budill playing some solid defense. Another one resulted in a basket for the Griffins. That time, finally, they get the call. A little bit of the home court advantage, finally playing in to the Tigers' hands.
4-point deficit from Mamaroneck. Need another basket would be big here with inside 5 minutes to go here in the playoffs. First round.
Oh, beautiful play from Alec Arula with the double clutch in midair, able to get the floater to fall. He will go to the line for the 3-point play. 2-point game, 46-44 with just under 5 minutes to go in the game.
And Arula now has 9 points off the bench. Looking for 10 here with this free throw.
You know that the Mamaroneck Tigers are not going to let this game slip away in any way. It is going to be a nail-biter down to the end. He converts the traditional 3-point play. It's now a 1-point game. And let me mention that Mamaroneck is now in the bonus. So they will be shooting 1-and-1 free throw attempts on all fouls that are not offensive fouls by the Griffins, as you said.
Let's see what they can do in this possession. They can get another travel or another turnover of any sort from Ramapo. And Ramapo's got to be nervous now on clinging to a 1-point lead. That was just 6 points a minute and a half ago.
Good harassment again by Budill. Oh, and a nice play from Maxwell Malone. The up and under move gets Budill up in the air, and he's able to lay in the floater for 2.
Only his 3rd and 4th point of the game. Huge time for his second basket. 48-45, still a 1 possession.
Budill unable to turn the corner on that Parkinson pick. They get the ball in the lane to Parkinson, out to DeLucia for 3. Oh, offline, a little bit long. The air ball goes the other way to Divine Caesar. He lays it up and is fouled by Budill. So he will go to the line for 2 with a 3-point lead. The clock now under 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Caesar could have walked there. That was close. His 4th foul on Budill.
So Budill will stay in the game with only 3:52 remaining. The lineup of Parkinson, Gidden, Budill, Houghton, and DeLucia, the starting 5 for the Tigers out on the floor. And now Budill will come out for Alec Arula.
As Divine Caesar will have his 14th point, looking for his 15th here. As the crowd yelling, trying to distract him. And then Will and Houghton comes in with the rebound. So it's a 4-point game, 49-45. And they'll get the ball to DeLucia.
Arula immediately drives into the lane. He is fouled, unable to get the shot to go down, but he will go to the line for 2.
And that'll be the 5th and final foul against Mazua Agu. So he'll be out of here. And that's good. 6'6" Agu will not be here for the final 3:41. And that's good from Mamaroneck.
Definitely takes a major player out of the game for Ramapo. Timeout on the floor. as Ramapo will look to collect itself and figure out what kind of lineup they want in the game. We'll be back in just a minute here on LMC-TV Sports. We're back with 3:41 remaining. The Tigers are down 49-45. Alec Arula at the line, 4-2.
As Agu finished with 6 points and 8 rebounds, will foul out, and now we'll hear the Ramapo fans. As he'll have 11 now, Arula, and he will be 2 of 2 so far, looking to make it 3 of 3 from the line. 49,
the mind game's not nearly as effective when you have a small crowd. That's why home court is always so effective with the harassment on the free throw line.
That's why it was big winning that game, which was like almost a playoff game in itself because you won home court advantage.
Right.
They lost to Ramapo, then they would have had to play at Ramapo 6 days ago, but instead they beat them 64-51 with Daniel Hay, one of their leading players who's not. Ramapo playing very good without Daniel Hay, one of their leading scorers.
Oh, almost another travel. Where's the foul on that call?
Parkinson, I think, for his 4th. That was a late call there.
He was nowhere near the body of Wendell Floyd. The fans are mystified. That's only Parkinson's 3rd foul, so the rest that he got towards the end of the first half definitely paid off. Floyd able to convert the first free throw, pushes the lead back up to 3 with 3:21 remaining in the game.
Floyd now has 12. 3. Big shot coming here, 1 possession, and he misses it. Still a 1 possession game. Huge Harden with another rebound on the free throw.
DeLucia settles it down, now gets the ball to Arula, who penetrates, goes glass, and in! Another beautiful penetration move from Alec Arula. His offensive firepower has really sparked the play for the Tigers.
And he has 14 off the bench, but great pass by DeLucia, who's got 13 points and 3 or 4 assists in the trap. Coach looking for a timeout, and he'll just grant them a timeout. That'll be their 2nd timeout of the game. Heads up play by Coach Austin Goldberg. He'll take a full timeout. 19 on the shot, 2:51 on the game. We'll step aside, be right back. 50-49 Ramapo.
Back with 2:51 remaining. It's a 1-point game. Ramapo up 50-49. The defensive intensity still on. Oh, looked to be a fend-off from Haywood. No call. Udil again trying to intercept the ball. And Arula comes up with the turnover. Passes it out to DeLucia, goes baseline, leaves it for Parkinson. The foul! And the shot! Beautiful dish from DeLucia to Parkinson, and he will be at the line for the 3-point play. Mamaroneck takes the 1-point lead and can push it to 2 with 2:34 remaining.
What a pass by DeLucia, captain to captain, as he found Parkinson, and it's a 51-50 lead here for Parkinson, as he will go and complete the 3-point play.
11 free throw from Alex Parkinson makes it a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Caesar, a little wild with the dribble, cornering himself at the timeline. Now gets the ball over to Malone.
As Coach Mike Chaparelli leading a big defense chant for the crowd.
Oh, beautiful defense from Udil. And Malone throws the ball out of bounds. 2 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. Mamaroneck has possession of the ball and a 2-point lead.
Coach Goldberg might need another timeout here for Ramapo. They got 4 left. If I'm him, I would use one here. And got to mention, though, DeLucia, he assisted on the last 2 buckets. Huge. And with
that
every
senior leadership yet again coming through for Mamaroneck.
With every made basket, the crowd gets louder and louder.
Udil with the ball in the wing. Thinks about the pass to DeLucia, doesn't give it up. Arula sees his defender down. A nice move inside. Oh, Parkinson unable to come up with the rebound. A beautiful stutter step from Arula, unable to get the ball to fall.
Ramapo coach Austin Goldberg did not like that call. He thought it should have been a push-off, but then they turned it over anyway. Coming back in, Tevin Williams will step out with his 8, and A little more height in Maxwell Malone.
A minute 50 to go in the game. Devine now, Caesar now driving. Offensive foul, beautiful defensive effort from Jack Budil again. Steals, blocks, charges taken. It has been a fantastic game from the senior.
And now, not on that play because it was an offensive foul, but now they're in the double bonus. Mamaroneck just has 4 fouls, so they're 3 away from Ramapo being in the single bonus, but now double bonus for Mamaroneck, 1:43 to go, 30 on the shot clock,
and that was the 3rd foul on Divine Caesar.
Coach Carver calling for the motion offense out of Mamaroneck, so they will try and move the ball around. Houghton with the jumper, still offline. Parkinson with a beautiful offensive rebound, gets it out to Arula. Timeout, Mamaroneck. A minute 25 to go in the game. Mamaroneck clings to a 2-point lead. We'll be back in just a moment with LMC Varsity Sports. Mamaroneck up 52-50 with a minute 25 remaining. Basically the entire shot clock to play with. You know Coach Carver wants them to get a good offensive possession here. 3-pointer from DeLucia. Off the mark, air ball. Houghton tries to save it through his legs, and it is out of bounds. Ramapo ball. A minute 13 remaining.
That is shocking as Tevin Williams will check out and back in as offense-defense Maxwell Malone and Tevin Williams. There was 31 seconds when they inbounded the ball. There was 4 seconds off of it from when Coach Tyrone Carver called the timeout. And DeLucia had a good look at a 3, but the 21, you gotta let it go.
Hayward with an offensive foul. DeLucia makes up for his misstep on offense by a beautiful defensive effort, drawing the charge. Coach Carver was not happy with that 3-point attempt that didn't find any of the rim, and he was sure to make it up again. Senior leadership showing its way to the surface. 1 minute, 1 second remaining. Mamaroneck still up by 2.
But on that last play, I think that was the play he drew up. If you can get a 3 and catch him off guard to shoot it, because he didn't look that upset with Dean. But it was a tough play anyway, and just too much time that he took it with the shot clock. As 52 on the game, 26 here. Big possession here. Try to waste as much time as you can.
Houghton finally gets it to go. His second free throw, second field goal of the game. First field goal of the second half. A beautiful pull-up jumper inside the lane with 40.4 to go. They are up by 4. We will be right back after this. With 40.4 to go, Miles Houghton finally comes through. As the saying goes, a shooter's gotta shoot. He penetrated, he saw the opening, he took the shot. Here comes Ramapo on the offensive end. Coach Schiaparelli once again getting the defensive chant going from the Mamaroneck student section. Shot from Haywood, nothing but the bottom of the net for Ramapo, and it's now a 1-point game. Ramapo calls the timeout, or was it Mamaroneck? Either way, with 24 seconds remaining, Mamaroneck has the ball and the 1-point lead. They are in the double bonus, and Mamaroneck has 2 fouls to give. We'll be back. So after the clutch 3-pointer from Cameron Haywood, Mamaroneck will inbound under their own basket. They definitely need to get the ball inbounds, and you can expect Ramapo to foul here to stop the clock.
As the official asked the cheerleaders to move back.
He's reminding DeLucia that he can run the baseline here as it was a made basket. Gets the ball into Houghton, and he's immediately fouled.
Warren Jean-Baptiste, who came in for the first time in the game in order to commit to draw the foul. That'll be his first.
Miles Houghton, as we'll remind you, near 80% on the season from the line, so he will go to the line to shoot 2.
So he's just missed 1 today. He's 4 for 5 from the free throw line, and as he has 8 points, 2 baskets, 2 field goals, and 2 free throws. As Baptista and Jean-Baptiste and
After the first free throw, Alex Parkinson will check back into the game. Crucial free throw from Miles Hardman. Extends the lead to 2 points with 23.1 remaining in the game.
And they'll just go, no, they'll actually, Boudel was going to stay back, but now he went in. So they'll have DeLucia and Boudel for the rebound.
Look for Boudel to tap the ball back out if Houghton does not convert this free throw. He drills it. And Mamaroneck will call timeout. Up by 3, 23 seconds remaining. We'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. We're back with what is coming down to the final possessions of the spectacular battle between the Ramapo Griffins and the Mamaroneck Tigers. 23.1 seconds remaining. Mamaroneck up 56-53. Token full court pressure from Mamaroneck. And the foul on Jack Green. Smart play from Mamaroneck as they have 2 fouls left to give before the Griffins are even in the 1-and-1. So they could even foul and put them at the line for 1-and-1 if necessary because of the 3-point lead.
That was Green's first appearance of the game. He appeared in every other game this season.
Yes.
Came in to give the foul. Let's see what they'll do here.
Nice play from Parkinson and a steal from DeLucia. That should wrap up the game with 10.3 seconds remaining. 56-53. If DeLucia can convert these free throws, that could put the game out of reach.
Great job there by Coach Tyrone Carver Jr. telling them to foul. They let about 8 seconds go off the clock, then they fouled, then they inbound. Ramapo wasn't sure what to do exactly with the ball. They got it inside, they were looking for the 2. Parkinson, who's had the best game for a big man in this game, and DeLucia, who's had the best game for a guard, come up on the big play as Parkinson knocked it free. DeLucia got it.
DeLucia drains the free throw, extending the lead to 4, making it a clear 2 possession game. I suppose you could count the 3-pointer plus the foul. That would be a colossal mistake. I don't expect that out of a disciplined team like Coach Carver's.
That one is good too.
And now that point is moot as DeLucia drains the second free throw. 8 seconds remaining. Boudel with another block. A spectacular defensive effort from Jack Boudel sends it into the crowd with 4.8 seconds remaining. Timeout, Ramapo. Ramapo calls a timeout, obviously to try and get something miraculously called. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports. Ramapo to inbound the ball with 4.8 remaining. You hear the chants from the Mamaroneck student section as Houghton knocks the ball out of bounds. 0.8 of a second off the clock. Now Haywood will inbound. Malone to inbound. Rebound from Arula, and that will do it. The final score, Mamaroneck Tigers 58, Ramapo Griffins 53. A beautiful effort from the Mamaroneck varsity squad here on their home court at Palmer Avenue Gym. We'll be back in just a moment with post-game interviews from Coach Carver and some of the MVPs of the action.
Back here in the post-game show with senior Dean DeLucia. And Dean, you had a huge game. Started off, you had 11 points in the first half. Tell me the keys to this win today.
We had to maintain our focus. This was a big game for us. This is our last home game for the seniors, and we knew we had to step up.
And it was a big overall team effort. A couple guys with double digits. Your leading scorer, Miles Houghton, struggled with his shot, but you and other guys were able to pick him up. Tell me how you guys were able to do that.
We kept telling him, Miles, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. And later on in the game, he hit 2 big shots and 2 free throws. And he was feeling it then.
And a solid team like Ramapo, to have to beat them twice in 6 days, one being the playoffs. The other game was almost like a playoff game because that was the reason you had a home game today. Tell me what it was like to beat a team twice in 6 days of that much quality.
Well, we beat them the first time, and then we re-scouted them again, watched film, and we couldn't take them lightly. We can't look past any team.
And you'll have to either play the winner of Arlington, the 1 seed, or Carmel, and it'll be on the road. Tell me how you like your chances in that one.
I like our chances in that one. I like our path this year. I think we can do great things.
We're here with Alex Parkinson, one of the best performances you've had all year. You definitely came up at a fantastic time here in the playoffs. How do you feel about the game that you played offensively and defensively?
It felt great. You know, we were all just coming out firing. It's been 38 years. We had to get it somehow.
Definitely, definitely. You had a lot of offensive scoring, a lot of defense from all different areas. Jack Budill had a spectacular defensive effort. Talk about his contribution.
It was awesome. You know, coming up clutch with that huge block at the end. Every possession, he was working. It's been great.
I think between the two of you, you must have been close to 10 blocks on the game. I know you had 2 blocks on one attempt, really, and then Budill had several charge calls and several blocks throughout the game. Just a spectacular effort from both of you guys.
No doubt. We preached charges, and we definitely got some today. Big moments.
Congratulations. You'll see what happens with the Arlington game tonight, and then you'll have a matchup again next week.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your first playoff victory.
Thank you.
We're here with Coach Tyrone Carver Jr. Coach, a spectacular effort from your entire lineup. Picking up for Miles Houghton, struggling offensively. You got offensive output from Alec Arula, and your seniors really stepped up with some poise and fantastic play. Talk about your entire team.
I just thought we came and we gutted it out. You know, it's not all about trying to be pretty. At this point, at juncture, it's all about surviving and advancing, and we were able to do that tonight. You know, we had some unbelievable performances there. Alec was awesome. AP was awesome as well, and Dean managed the game as well. I just thought that the effort was just tremendous, and I'm happy we were able to come on top here.
So, Coach Schiaparelli sets a fantastic foundation with his baseball and hockey program. Coach Vitti with the first victory in the playoff era, and now Coach Carver with the first victory in a non-out bracket game in 38 years. Talk about how you feel about your team.
I just thought that, you know, we've been laying the foundation from day one. I thought that this has been a special group, so we just wanted to display our game. You know, we did what we had to do in the regular season, and to be able to get a decent seed, we thought that we had a shot, and to be able to do what we did tonight just shows a lot of their character. We had guys that's been looking forward to this moment, and they didn't shy away from it. They embraced it, and we're fortunate to come out with a win tonight.
The final score here is 58-53. Really a very impressive effort from the Mamaroneck Tigers in a close matchup all the way through the game. Charlie, what did you see?
Great job off the bench by Alec Arula. He had 14 points. Great job. Miles Houghton passed very well, and he wasn't able to find his stroke for most of the game, but he finished with 10. And Parkinson had 12, and Dean DeLucia had 14. So they spread it around, and they did very good in the depth, and they were able just to nod out in the end because it looked like they were gonna maybe not hold on there at the end, but they were able to do so, and to beat the same team twice in 6 days is tough to do. Ramapo was pretty solid, and they played pretty well today too, and they deserve a lot of credit.
Yes, definitely. The three-point shooting from Ramapo definitely kept the game close, made it a little bit dicey for Mamaroneck, but the defensive effort was there from start to finish with Jack Budill anchoring, Will Gidden playing solid defense, and all the offensive output that you mentioned. All of those players played spectacular on the defensive end. So as we mentioned, the first victory in 38 years for the Mamaroneck basketball program. This really is a banner year for Mamaroneck sports with the football performance and success, the success being state ranked in hockey, and now with the basketball, looks to be a really fine year for Mamaroneck sports. So that wraps it up here from Palmer Avenue Gym at Mamaroneck High School. For Stephen Sueiro and Stefan Arula, this is Charlie McGraw, and I'm Steve Anastas with our executive producer, Rob Moretti. Thank you, and good night.